What up? What did they have at the PG&E facility, Dominic?
They had like 30 different pastries. Fucking make your own bagel. They had candy dispensers. They had fucking Reese's Pieces of Sour Patch on dispenser. You just gotta turn them. Fucking
fat man's dream.
They had a soda machine. They had ice cream sandwiches, bro. It was fucking amazing.
Let me just scoot over a little bit, pretend like you like me.
Pretend like I like you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're still. Oh yeah, it's live. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, if we had like thousands of subscribers or something, you know.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, we're live. So don't say anything, you know.
Don't talk anything about your cousin, Dominic.
Oh, but my baby cousin.
Mm-hmm.
She's like 5. You know, I don't need you to think she's of age.
All right,
pervert.
Well, God damn it, Dominic. Welcome, everybody, to episode 27 of Curveballs and Chair Shots. This is Brandon, and I'm Dominic.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm Dominic.
Oh, okay, sorry. So, let's just go right into a big week of sports and wrestling, mostly wrestling, because, it was WrestleMania weekend last weekend.
Which I don't think any of my predictions came true, so.
That's okay. We don't do anything in terms of, like, punishments or anything right now.
We don't have a title or anything, Maybe we're not
later.
That big of a mark.
What?
What? Put that shit away.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so anyways. So coming out of WrestleMania.
No cross streams.
Coming out of WrestleMania, there were some rumors about maybe the the finish for the main event maybe changing mid-match because Vince didn't like the crowd response. Maybe it happened the day of. Maybe it happened a week before. Who knows? But apparently Vince and Brock got into an argument backstage where Brock threw the title either at Vince or at the wall. It's not really sure at this moment, but apparently Vince was not happy about the elbows that Brock Lesnar delivered to Roman, which busted him open. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not, because, I mean, if you're elbowing somebody in the head like what you did with Randy Orton a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure that was the result you wanted. And then also Brock and Roman did the spot at the German announce table where he did the suplex and almost hit one of the announcers. So, what do you think about this, Dominic?
I think if we threw the title at him, you would probably, have some type of repercussion. But, I don't know. If they changed it last minute, I could understand how upset he would be. But if this is planned, like, what's the big deal? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's been in the works for over a week, and probably why are you that mad? But, I think it took me by surprise, and I did not like the match overall, but it took me by surprise that Lesnar retained.
I think it all.
A lot of.
I don't know if it was because Vince was angry just because of what the crowd was doing that just made what Brock did even worse. I mean, I don't know why Vince would get mad at Brock if the elbows were not supposed to happen. But then, I mean, that's just, I don't think Brock would do something that outrageous. That wasn't planned ahead of time, but it is what it is.
We don't know what's going on through his head through a match, so.
And Brock and Vince are people that we're probably never going to really actually know what happened that day. Unless if Shane wants to talk about it, because Shane apparently stepped in and was going to fight Brock, which I would love to see that happen.
You want to witness a live murder, pretty much?
That just, Shane getting like what is it?
All Brock would need to do is just touch him in the stomach and he would cry. Because he still had the hernia, so.
Wow. So, some happy Rusev Day, by the way, Dominic.
Is it really happy?
I don't know. We might not have any more Rusev days to come.
I think they're numbered now.
Because Rusev possibly might have been released. Don't really know. But Rusev was originally scheduled for the Saudi Arabia show, which was supposed to be an Undertaker match and a casket match. But now that's been changed to now Chris Jericho going up against Undertaker in a casket match. Rusev saying some things on TMZ. Him and Lana, they said some stuff, didn't really bear the Undertaker. Actually, listen to what they said. That's not actually what they said. So maybe people are angry. This might be the last straw, kind of like what Enzo. Not saying what Rusev did is what Enzo did.
Let's make one thing clear. It was nothing near that.
But Rusev and Lana have had some heat in the past when they had the storyline with Dolph Ziggler, and then Rusev proposes to Lana, and they posted up on the Instagram. Lana is sort of outspoken, and Rusev doesn't hold anything back. So kind of both of them sort of being the same personality probably doesn't help their cases.
I mean, from what I heard that it was Michelle McCool that didn't like any of this stuff. Like, it got to her, and she was like, "This is a problem." That's what I heard. That's what I read. That it was Michelle McCool.
Well, she tweeted some, like, that they didn't even say that in the headline. They didn't even say that in the video, but
I must have read it wrong then. Yeah. Don't know how to read. Sorry.
That's okay. But I I mean, I don't understand what they're doing with Rusev. They put him. We get into
I
it.
don't
He
know.
lost. He lost. He took the pinfall. He lost on SmackDown and all that other stuff. Just like they're getting our hopes up. Rusev might be like the most popular person in WWE right now, just because there's a Rusev Day. How long that can last because it's kind of a one-note gimmick, but it's funny. Rusev's a good wrestler. If he is like released, I think Rusev can be a maybe not a huge star, but he definitely can make some good money. Maybe he goes around the indie scene and he just kills it. I don't really know what Rusev can do in the ring in terms of like an
TNA
indie
is
style.
hiring.
We're gonna get to that, Dominic.
I'm just saying, you can incorporate it early.
You know, I did watch TNA yesterday. Not that bad of a show. I actually watched a whole episode of TNA. It was actually pretty good. Rosemary and I forgot what her name was, but anyways, they had like a hardcore match. Moose and Sami Callihan had a pretty good match.
I don't know if I really want to sit next to you right
There's like
now.
there's like a fat team going up against like the skinny team, and they fought each other. And the fat guys won.
Let's stick to what we know. Come on.
Stick to the script. Anyways, so going off, still talking about the Saudi Arabia card, Rey Mysterio has been added to. Apparently just a one-off. There's still talks between both parties, seeing what's going on. WWE wants Rey Mysterio to be full-time, but Mysterio wants to be part-time. Rey Mysterio still has the New Japan stuff hanging up there. He wants to have the match with Ospreay, Skrull, Liger. So what does this mean for Rey Mysterio's future with WWE?
I mean,
they are loading this Saudi Arabia show, by the way.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you can have all these one-off appearances, but you know, to me, it kind of diminishes his value. I mean, I'd much rather see Rey Mysterio return and start, coming back finally. But if it's he returned here, here, it's like after so many, you kind of lose that shock and awe. I mean, I would love to see him back, but I mean, I don't even know. I mean, there's only a handful of people I would like to see him wrestle right now in the WWE. So, I mean, I kind of don't really want to see him yet. I kind of want him to fulfill all of his other engagements. If he wants to go to New Japan, do all that stuff, go ahead. But I don't think they should bring him back until they have a set. This is our plan for you. Take it or leave it. And we think everyone can get behind you. So
you're saying right now there's not dream matches you would like?
There's only a select few.
Like what?
I would love to see him go against Finn. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe him with a couple cruisers, Cedric Alexander. I'd love to see him go against Daniel Bryan too. But
what about AJ Nakamura, Seth Rollins, The Miz?
I've seen The Miz. Their matches weren't all that good.
But The Miz is like a whole new character now.
Not much different.
He's gotten much better in terms of carrying himself
Really?
in the ring.
Really?
What?
Really?
Don't give me that. Don't give me that shit.
No, I mean there's more, but I still think you got to save that for later. Maybe maybe next year come around, one of these people doesn't have a WrestleMania match. Then you have a so-called, not a dream match, but maybe a highly anticipated match that could, really, draw a crowd towards that match. I mean, I would pay money to see him versus Finn at WrestleMania. I would. Him, Daniel Bryan, him, it would be pre-show, but him and Cedric Alexander, I think that would still be, a good match. But, let him do his other stuff first.
So what do you think about this Saudi? Are you going to watch the Saudi Arabia show? Obviously, you're probably not going to be able to watch it live because you have work, because it's on Friday, I think at 8 o'clock Pacific time in the morning.
What?
I know. They're having this show on a Friday. Well,
goddamn time difference.
Is it Saturday? No. I don't know how it works. Maybe I think it is Friday night. Because you got to think of the travel. They have to travel Sunday, then it goes back Monday. Should I ask Siri what time it is in Saudi Arabia right now?
No, because I know.
Hey Siri, what time is it in Saudi Arabia right now?
Spain is, I think, 12 hours ahead of us. So I don't know.
Damn it, Siri.
I don't know.
Hey Siri, what's the time in Saudi Arabia?
I don't understand this shit. He's really trying to figure this out when he could just type it in the phone.
Well,
some stupid ass Siri
Siri, I thought Siri's a good listener, but apparently it's not. Look, there's bidets.
Oh, you really looked up bidets, really?
I needed to see how to spell it. I didn't want to sound like an idiot.
Well, thank you.
Saudi Arabia time, even though I know there's different times. I don't give a damn. Saudi Arabia time, even though but Saudi Arabia is one word. It is 3:30 a.m. Saturday. So the show is on a Friday.
Because they do it Saturday, when they do it Sunday, when the pay-per-view?
But that's not when they're doing it. They're doing the show on Friday.
Why do they do it on a Friday? Why can't
Because
they do it on a fucking Saturday or a Sunday?
I don't know, probably for travel. They probably are going to travel back on Saturday and then anything. Yeah. So anyway,
Just do a pre-tape on a Monday, and then boom, you're done.
Okay. Anyway, speaking of travel, Ronda Rousey has been announced for doing not a full European tour, but a good 4 or 5 dates in Europe.
Ooh, people have been doing that for many years. Why does she get a whole thing about it? Oh, she's doing like 4 dates.
Wow.
I'm just saying, you know,
Brock Lesnar doesn't do that. Brock Lesnar doesn't do 4 or 5 dates in a row in Europe.
Do you see me clapping my hands for him? No. I'm just saying
someone's angry.
You know, it just kind of like, you know, people are all, you know, like, oh my gosh, she's doing 4 out of 5 dates. That's a big deal. Bro, she wanted to be treated like a superstar. She wanted exactly what these superstars. I mean, yeah, she's probably making a shit ton more money than, you know, Dana Brooke, but you know, she wanted to be treated like that. So
a lot of people are making more money than Dana Brooke. Maybe not the cruiserweights, but
I'm just saying though, like, you know, why are people going to be like, oh, she's actually doing 4 to 5 dates when there's other people probably like Seth who's going to do all the whole tour. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why?
I think, I mean, I'm not here to like, you know, celebrate or anything like that, but I was like, you know, she's doing dates, and I think I'm more excited about her just getting more time in the ring, because hopefully this means she's going to be doing matches, and instead of just having like, you know, 1 or 2 matches a month, or even just maybe 1 match every other month. I think having these dates, going over on European tours, maybe doing a house show swing every now and again on a weekend, it's really going to make her better, because, you know, you can't have tag team matches all the time to hide her weaknesses.
She wasn't even all that bad. I mean, my opinion, she wasn't that bad. I don't think she could throw a match together by herself, but I still don't think she was all that bad. I mean, you can hand her 4 or 5 squash matches, and I think she would still, you know.
Yeah, I think they're going to probably build to like one of Ronda's first squash matches eventually. But I think right now, maybe next year she'll have like her first Raw match. But I think right now, her star power is so much that you want to watch her have, like, first you go to like her first ever match, then her first singles match, and then her first title match, and blah 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 blah. And then next year, when the bloom is kind of off the rose and she's kind of done everything, then you can kind of have her wrestle more often on TV and have squash matches and tell more stories like that.
Well, we're not there yet, so we have to wait and see.
So, speaking of scene, Dominic, did you watch the Andre the Giant documentary on HBO?
Really? We've been through this. Well, I didn't want to admit it on air.
Oh, you didn't? It's okay, because I watched it. It was okay.
You know, hey, I was at work all week, so
it aired at nighttime. It's okay. You don't have HBO.
Wow.
Poor people problems.
Wow.
Just pirate it. We don't. We don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, moving on. The documentary was okay.
Just missed a whole hour conversation.
Yeah. We could have done the whole episode just on this Andre the Giant documentary, but no. You decided to, I don't know what you're doing.
Go to work and go to sleep because I have work in Stockton. You know, let's not make this about me and my life.
Let's keep this on track.
Keep this about wrestling.
NXT TakeOver.
Amazing.
The ladder match. Your thoughts on the ladder match, Dominic?
Oh, if it wasn't for the main event, I would have put that as the best match.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was kind of a spot fest.
I think it was amazing.
Why?
I mean, I do agree it was a spot fest, but that match actually, at certain points, made me actually go, "Oh my god!" It made me it put me on the edge of my seat. It made me actually like feel like I was there. And I mean, when Velveteen Dream hit that elbow, I was like, oh, I jumped up. I was like, oh my god, dude, it's amazing. Ricochet didn't do a lot for me though. He kind of bummed me out. He did a couple flippy doos, but everything else is just kind of like.
He did a backflip off the ladder.
Ooh. He should have done more.
What, you want him to kill himself?
Yeah.
Jeez, Dominic. You know, the thing about these spot matches, these spot shows, or whatever you want to call them, spot fests. I'm just on my game right now. I'm drooling.
You're the one that wanted to do it.
Well, I'm just trying to get this over with.
I wanted to do it at 3 a.m.
Well, I might be up trying to get some Yeezys at that time.
You know, Mary got her shoes today, but I hid them from her.
What shoes?
She ordered shoes.
What kind of shoes?
I don't know.
You don't even know what shoes she ordered?
She said, "Do you like these?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I'm going to buy them." I said, "Wake me up." She said, "Wake me up at 7 to buy them." I said, "All right." 7 o'clock, and she paid for them and went back.
7 o'clock today?
No, like last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I can. What? I'll figure it out later. But
I think they're all black Jordans or something like that. I don't know.
If
If you guys were to look at my shoes right now, I'm wearing like basic Nikes.
Well,
so.
I'm wearing like outlet Jordans right now. Oh, we can't do that or else my jeans
okay?
are going to rip. So, the NXT match, I thought it was a spot fest. Sometimes when they do those spots, I get taken out of the moment because I'm like, the chant, please don't die, is how I feel. I don't want Velveteen Dream. I don't want Velveteen Dream to trip and just fall. Okay, the Death Valley driver that he did in between on the ladder that was in, and then he got his leg caught and then he fell on his shoulder.
That made me nervous.
Thank you.
That made me so nervous. I was actually standing up like, dude, don't do it, and
he did it.
They're alive, so I'm happy. But
I like the match. I mean, I'm not gonna take. I think this NXT takeover quite possibly could have been the best NXT takeover they've ever done. I think top to bottom, they've done every match. I think was good to great. The tag team match, the women's match, it told a nice story.
Yes. But
then the 3 matches that really stand out: the ladder match, the title match, and the Gargano Ciampa match. I think were just fantastic. I thought this was the third out of the top 3. It's my least favorite, to be honest. I really liked the NXT title match. I thought that match was really, really great. But anyways, moving right along to Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler. Ember Moon gets called up on Raw. We will talk about that a little bit later, but Baszler chokes her out, counters the Eclipse, and beats her. Baszler selling a lot during the match.
I don't... Is it... Okay, I don't remember this match fully. Is this the one where she banged her shoulder into the post to do it, whatever?
The selling was a little over dramatic.
Yeah.
Baszler, I mean, she's great. Obviously, I think she's a better wrestler than Ronda Rousey right now. So I'm hoping Ronda Rousey can aspire to be what Shayna Baszler is right now. And I think once she gets there, she can be even better than what Shayna Baszler is. Because Shayna Baszler, she's 37.
Jesus.
She's old. Her and Aleister Black, I did not realize they're both 37.
Aleister Black's 37?
Yep. Jesus. So, there's not that much time left. Shayna Baszler looks really young. She's done MMA, so she has a little bit of wear and tear on the body by doing that. But I think Moon obviously is I predicted it. She was going to get called up. Shayna Baszler, I think she's going to be I don't think she's going to have a long title reign. I think eventually she'll get called up to the main roster to have that. Maybe once Ronda turns heel, if she ever does, you kind of have that kind of dynamic. Maybe we get the Survivor Series 4 horsewoman match. Maybe. That's how you get her called up. But I think Baszler's really good. I thought this match told a nice story. I kind of talked about it. The selling of her banging the shoulder into the post was a little over dramatic, a little unrealistic, but I thought it was good.
To me, I don't know what it is about Shayna, but I kind of just can't wrap my head around her as a wrestler.
Is it because she's an MMA fighter, so when she does everything, is it too fake?
Kind of. I think that's what it is.
Because sometimes when she does, especially with Ronda Rousey and the match at WrestleMania when she was doing those arm bars and they were taking forever. I think I've seen every Ronda Rousey UFC match, and it's as soon as she locks in that arm bar, it's within 5 seconds the person taps out.
And it's because they're actually going to break her arm, so they have to tap. With Stephanie, it was kind of if you saw at one point, her arm wasn't even all the way extended. It was kind of here, and she was pulling here.
And Stephanie has apparently the greatest grip strength of all time, not allowing Ronda to put in the armbar. But I think Baszler, I think it's a little worse because it is a choke, and chokes kind of, chokes do take a little bit of time to sink in. But when you're trying to get out of a choke for 2 minutes, come on.
I think
sometimes that is a little too fake for me.
That has to be the main point for me. Is I was just I can't. She's too stiff to me. I think I need some time. She needs time to grow, and
she's too stiff. Apparently, would not like watching New Japan. They just beating the shit out of each other.
Maybe that's why I don't watch it.
Maybe if you watch some Ricochet New Japan matches, you actually like Ricochet.
Maybe I would.
All right.
Okay.
Watch him and Will Ospreay.
Put it on right now.
Not right now because I have enough bandwidth going on right now with this live stream on YouTube, which you can listen to us right now.
Wait, we're live streaming?
Yes, we're live streaming on YouTube. So next up, we have the Tag Team Dusty Rhodes Tournament Championship.
I didn't get to watch all of it because I had to go pick someone
up.
It's
okay. It all mattered. The only thing that really mattered about this match was the end.
And I saw the ending.
So they take out Adam Cole, put him through the table. He's knocked out. Basically doesn't do anything for the entire show. So it all comes down to Kyle O'Reilly just being a badass, just taking on everybody. AOP killing people. Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne having a spirited effort. Pete Dunne hits Kyle O'Reilly with his finisher. He's going to pin him, but then Roderick Strong pulls him off, hits him with the lumbar check or whatever the hell he calls it, I think. Yeah. And then he puts Kyle O'Reilly over Pete Dunne. Roderick Strong joins the Undisputed Era.
It's like this?
Right. Well,
Oh,
they do like the West Coast thing. They do the West Coast
that's
thing.
the way, right?
Yeah, or sorry,
Whatever.
East Coast because it's an E. That make more sense. But I thought it was a good match. It told a nice story at the end, especially like when Roderick Strong does. I mean, it was a little. We have to watch what happens on NXT for Roderick Strong to explain it away because he basically cost a chance for him to win the title. But then he got the title anyways because we all know Cole, since he won the North American Championship, it's going to be him and O'Reilly.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably going to come down to Roderick Strong really wants the European Championship, and he's going to go after that and face Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne turning face. Pete Dunne probably was the most over person in that match. But I was a little angry because I did predict Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong to win. But that's always a great heel turn, is when you get people angry at him.
Yeah, exactly.
And it made sense because a couple months ago, or a few months ago, they did the thing where Undisputed Era tried to get him to join, but then Roderick Strong didn't do it. But then he went up against them in the War Games match. So hopefully they could tell a nice story to kind of fill in all those holes.
Do you predict that Strong turns on Undisputed?
I think eventually Undisputed Era turns on Adam Cole, because I think Adam Cole being a babyface can be really great.
Yeah.
So I think not them turning on him, but
everyone else turning on Cole.
Yeah, everyone else turning on Cole. Kind of what they did with the Bullet Club.
And making, you think, Strong as leader then?
I mean, it depends.
Okay.
It all depends on if they do add anybody else. Because maybe they put in Donovan Dijak or War Machine, or the War Raiders.
Yeah, get it right.
That's what they're named now.
Get it right.
I don't think they do that because they already have a tag team. But I mean, you put other ROH indie guys in there.
Yeah.
I think Roderick Strong can be a good to decent leader. Obviously, he's not the charismatic enigma like Jeff Hardy is, or Adam Cole. But more Adam Cole's
Jeff going NXT. What?
No. But Roderick Strong, I think, is better as a heel. He's a good wrestler, but I never kind of liked him as a babyface. He just kind of seemed bland to me. But hopefully this is a good step, and hopefully something good happens for the Chicago takeover that's happening in a couple months.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. So, on to the NXT men's title match. We have Andrade Cien Almas going against Aleister Black. Aleister Black wins with a black mass after Selena Vega interfered multiple times. Thought Almas was going to pull it out, but Black ends up getting it in the end. I really, really enjoyed this match.
I liked the match, but it wasn't my favorite.
Why? I'm not saying this was better than the Gargano match last time, but I really did like this match.
I mean, if I had to pick my top 3, it was number 3 for sure. But I mean, they told a good story, but in my opinion, it didn't live up to the expectations that I had for it.
I think it did. I really like it. When it comes down to a ladder spot fest or a one-on-one match, I always like the one-on-one match because it tells a much better story, and it has more time to breathe.
It depends on the people wrestling, though.
I know, but if they're both, I think when it comes down to it, both of these matches are probably equally as good. I know Dave Meltzer gave the ladder match 5 stars, which I don't know about that. I don't know about 5 stars.
Dave, if you're listening, I don't agree with that. You're my man.
You thought that was 5 stars?
Oh, if not super close, then.
I'm not saying it was like 3. I'm saying like maybe 4.5, 4.25.
You can't just give him that extra little.
No, when it's 5 stars, that is something special. And 5 stars is a match that happened next, which also got 5 stars from Davey Boy. But we're just talking about the NXT title match right now.
Okay.
So you thought it underwhelmed. So was it kind of an AJ Nakamura thing where you had such high expectations? Because honestly, I didn't have super high expectations.
My expectations.
Obviously, because Aleister Black is like maybe your favorite wrestler in WWE. Period.
Well, okay.
Besides Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, let's get.
Sorry, besides Jeff Hardy, but
no. I think in the way that I saw this whole thing developing, I just saw. I think I wanted more. How do I explain it? Because in my head, it's so easy because it's what I thought. I think I wanted more drama around it because
Selena Vega interfered like twice,
but it wasn't to the point of.
There was one
really screwed up Aleister's chances.
Well, if I do remember, I think there was at least one near fall where I believably thought that was over for Aleister.
Yeah. But I just, and in my opinion, Almas isn't to me.
Whoa, you don't like Andrade Cien Almas?
No, not really.
Why not?
Well, first off, he's a heel. I'm not supposed to like him.
But I appreciate the work that he's doing. He's a great wrestler, former IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
Selena
Vega's the GOAT. She's amazing.
Wonder why you like her so much.
Because she's a really great manager. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Dominic, you got to keep everything so sexual. It's not sexual.
I think you honestly are.
She's a beautiful woman, but I think she has the presence she has of being like, I don't want to say like his handler, but his manager, and she's a great talker. You don't see it?
Nope.
Did you not like watch the promo package beforehand?
I kind of did. I was watching it with you.
No,
I didn't. I was actually watching it by myself.
Yeah, we were texting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. And I told you how to watch this match. Apparently, is that why? Because I told you have to watch this match. I thought it was gonna be like fantastic.
Probably that too. Because my expectations were at here, yours were kind of a little higher than mine. So
I do see a common thread here that
when you tell me to do something, I
don't
do.
Well, no. The ladder match, I had some technical difficulties with my Amazon Fire Stick. I didn't actually watch it live. I watched like the last 5 minutes of it. I liked it. I came back and watched it again, but then I didn't like it as much as I did the Aleister Black Almost match. So maybe since you didn't watch it live, like I did, maybe that affects the your enjoyment of it. Because like you like the ladder match more, you watch the ladder match
live, yeah,
and then I didn't. But yeah, okay. So maybe there you go. We found the common thread.
We should be detectives,
maybe. But on to the main event, the best match, probably of the weekend. From anything, the thousands of matches that happened on WrestleMania weekend. Tommaso Ciampa going up against Johnny Gargano. Ciampa comes out to no music and gets buried with a bunch of boos and fuck you Ciampas and all this other stuff. Gargano comes out, massive pop. They go through hell. Spots and storytelling. They hit a suplex off the ring apron onto a concrete floor.
Wasn't a powerbomb?
I forgot. Was it a powerbomb?
It was a powerbomb.
You're a powerbomb.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Anyways. And then Gargano at the very end, he takes the
knee brace.
The knee brace and is going to hit it, but then he says no. And then there's kind of like a look between them, like, we've gone through all this shit and we're really going to do this. And then Ciampa pulls a swerve, goes to hit him, but then Gargano ducks and hits him with the crossface and instantly taps him out. Something you don't really see in wrestling. An instant tap out. I thought it was great.
I really enjoyed this match.
You really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
You didn't think it was great.
Lowercase great.
So are you telling me the ladder match was better than this? Don't tell me the ladder match was better than this.
Storyline, no. I agree with you. Storyline, this thing was. But
that's what makes it so great. If this was just like at an Evolve show that they just threw on because they know they can have a good match, obviously it's not going to be as great. But when you have the storyline thrown in with it, it makes it better. Which was why this is better than a ladder match. It has a story behind it. Stories always make things better.
No, true. But in my defense, if I knew the storyline, I knew the majority of the storyline, but when
all you have to do is just watch the promo package before and basically catches you up.
That's pretty much what I saw. But you're more in depth in that department. In my eyes, the first thing I really saw was a holy shit match. Like, holy shit, this is.
So you're telling me you didn't see the initial turn, you didn't see the return.
I saw the initial turn. I saw the return.
That's basically all you really need.
I saw him screw over.
Well, I mean, basically they basically did everything because I don't watch NXT on a weekly basis, but I know I watch all the takeovers, so that's when most of the stuff happened, and then I fill in the gaps with the promos they did on the.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but to me, I and this is how the fan I am. I'm not saying the only stuff I love are the table breaks and the ladders and the chairs and the stairs and whatever. I'm saying that grabs my attention, and when you have a whole match that is basically just a holy shit match, I like that stuff. I do agree with you that the match,
I'm kind of numb to the TLC matches at this point because I've seen so much of it.
But yeah, but it's a whole new dynamic with the wrestlers. If it was Dudley's, Hardys, and Christians, yeah, I'd be like, I don't care because what are they going to do? I haven't seen. But this match, it's people I don't know. They were doing things that, yeah, maybe I've seen it before, but it was in a different environment that the fans made it what it was. And when I hear fans, how many fans were there? Probably like 35,000, whatever.
35,000.
I'm going here.
There's like 12 or 15 at the most. Dominic. Calm down.
Come on.
All right.
NXT TakeOver WrestleMania weekend. Come on.
Yeah, I know WWE inflates their numbers for the WrestleMania crowd, but I don't think they did it that much. I don't think they're saying they fit
75,000.
75,000 in a basketball arena.
Yes,
makes sense.
No, but when you have all those fans going crazy, it kind of, to me, it pulls me even further into the match. And the main event, Gargano Ciampa, it was story-wise great. One of the better stories I've ever seen play out in a WWE match. They had a couple spots that I really enjoyed. I made me go, oh my God, when that power bomb off the apron on the concrete, I was like, dude, he must be dead. But to me, there was some parts that it kind of fell off a little bit, and that's where I kind of lost interest. That's what I just sort of said.
I disagree, but let's just move on. We're already going long. We still got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, anyways, Dominic, WrestleMania thoughts. I've done the instant analysis for the world-renowned Bulletcast that you love so much. So, if you want to listen to my thoughts there, you can listen to that. Dominic, you can lead the way on WrestleMania. And
you know, I want to point out one thing here.
We were supposed to do one, and I said no.
Well, okay, yeah. First, yeah, that was true.
This is our WrestleMania after show.
No, which is Bowl.
Well, maybe if you go to the gym, maybe we could have done one like Monday or Tuesday, but no, you didn't want to go to the gym.
So I want to point this out. I told him we should do one. I'm already here. And he decided to take his talents elsewhere and not do it here. And, you know, as a colleague and as a friend for many years.
Many years.
All the way back to maybe what?
4th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 1st grade?
2nd grade, I think.
I don't know. Dominic, can we get off this fucking soliloquy and can we move on? Dominic, what do you think about fucking WrestleMania?
I thought it was all right. It wasn't my favorite. It was not my favorite.
What's your favorite WrestleMania out of the modern whatever last
21?
21. I was gonna go a little more modern than that, but you know,
21 just because it was my very first WrestleMania ever seen, and actually on that card there's a couple matches that really.
Okay, anyways, let's talk about this WrestleMania.
Wow. That was a podcast. Share my thoughts. I got the man over here.
You've already talked about WrestleMania 21 like last.
I'm not trying to talk about it. I'm just saying, giving my.
Okay, fine.
No, it's fine. I'll talk about this WrestleMania.
Yes, because you know we like to live in the present, Dominic.
This WrestleMania, it was all right. Had a couple twists and turns that I did not see come. With the streak ending once again in New Orleans. With Shinsuke, I think I predicted AJ to win, but I did not expect Shinsuke to turn. I expected, and this is going to sound really bad. Is this real wood? Because I got to knock on wood.
Sure.
Knock on wood. I really thought Daniel Bryan was going to get injured.
Wow. I thought Shane was going to get injured.
But
I felt like since Shane got injured, it kind of hurt the dynamic of the match. I think for the most part,
they should have just replaced him. They should have found someone else that could have put on a better match. I mean, it still made sense that he stayed in it.
Because I think like if Shane was 100% healthy, they would have probably done just straight up Shane takes a beating for like 8 minutes and then get the hot tag to Bryan. But then since Shane was hurt, they kind of take a
slower approach.
They had to take out Daniel Bryan, so it kind of made sense. And then, I mean, Shane doing a coast to coast with the hernia, like I don't know exactly, like I don't know what's real and what's fake at this point with Shane McMahon's stuff going on, but like. Really, dude.
You know, is he gonna
is his intestines just gonna fall out of his ass or something? I don't know.
I was gonna say he's gonna crash another helicopter, but yeah.
Wow.
No one died. Calm down.
So, something we haven't talked about entrances. What's your favorite entrance or what? You don't like that? I love entrances and especially wardrobes. I really like wardrobes.
My favorite entrance, just because of the person in it,
Charlotte,
Shinsuke.
Oh. I like Charlotte just because of the story it told.
I like Shinsuke's because of the guitarist, because she's Alice Cooper's guitarist. Can't remember her name though. It's gonna kill me all night. Wardrobe. I know what you're gonna say, so I'm not gonna say it's not that.
Wait a minute. What was I gonna say? Alexa Bliss?
No, I'm gonna say Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
No, I mean they're just wearing all black.
Well, Stephanie was in that tight leather suit. And I thought she looked really nice.
You know, I thought Nia Jax looked really nice in that outfit.
I did not like it. I mean, I thought she looked nice, but the gold on the butt kind of.
Anyways,
yeah.
And you said I was being sexual with Selena Vega.
But what about men? And the men that you liked?
I thought Seth. I think
we're not homophobic.
Podcast. Well, you don't have to say that.
I'm just saying.
I really like Seth Rollins' outfit. Kind of the Game of Thrones type, I don't know, snake skin. I don't know. Finn Balor's, I thought it was like really weak. I thought The Miz, he looked like an idiot, which was amazing. I think like Finn, if he was gonna go rainbow, I think he just went full rainbow instead of just putting like a strip on his kick pads and having like a strip on his tights. Just go full on rainbow. Just make a statement. Full rainbow. I mean, he already goes like full red, full blue. Just go all out. I really did like Dana Bryan's trunks and stuff, the red, white, and black type thing. I really like that one.
I did not.
Yeah. What? Those are sick. Nope. I like them better than his WrestleMania 30 than his 30 ones.
I much rather have taken those
with the Bruiser Brody kick fuzzies on them.
Oh my god!
Right there, Bruiser Brody fuzzies.
Oh my god!
That's what they're supposed to be.
I know, but I can't believe you're like
fuzzies.
You're so like Bruiser Brody's fuzzies. It's like you remember that like that.
Well, I mean,
you sleep above it.
It's literally right above my head. It's gonna kill me one of these days when the big earthquake comes and it falls on my head.
And then I'll just come and steal it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, any other thoughts about WrestleMania? The crowd, the main event?
I mean,
way too long.
They dragged it out, and like I said when we first talked about the fight with Vince and Brock, that took me by surprise. If you said no, I thought Brock was going to retain, you're a freaking liar. Everybody expected Roman to win. Especially after all those F5s and Germans and everything, we were like, oh, he's going to power out and, boom, 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 he wins the match. And then when Brock actually won, it was kind of,
It's fine. Shout out to my brother. He's watching.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
All right. Well, I don't know if he's watching now, but he put a little, hey, Josh, shut the fuck up. I can't. Okay, anyways. Anywho. Let's just go on to Raw.
Oh, let's go on to Raw.
Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon have a segment. Ronda Rousey hurt Stephanie again. So, yeah. Hopefully this puts an end to them as in-ring combatants, but I hope Stephanie is kind of like the Bobby Heenan to Ronda Rousey's Hulk Hogan. And she just rounds up a bunch of women and throws them at Ronda, and Ronda goes after them.
Do you see a legend or maybe a sidelined vet kind of taking her in and showing her things?
Sorry, I was too busy reading the chat again.
Okay, let me rephrase. Do you see a legend or a sidelined vet or something like that take her in and kind of develop her style?
Take her out to the chicken farm and have her chase around some chickens?
Yes,
something like that.
Do you see that happen? Do you see like a Lita coming back or a Trish or?
Well, it's definitely not gonna be Alicia Fox.
I we didn't talk about that, but
sure. What?
No,
you want to talk about Alicia Fox?
I don't know anything
burying.
About it.
Well,
I know her and the
Travis Brown
husband got into an argument, but anyways,
and then she got taken off WrestleMania and she got banned from the arena. And,
do you see someone coming in and kind of trying to like improve her, or do you see
no? Because I mean, I don't really think Ronda needs it to get like a rub from an older superstar. She does go to the performance center. She's basically, I think Natalia's kind of like her trainer at this point. She's helped her a lot. So I really think you need to tell that sort of story, but I'm hoping, I don't know if Ronda's going to be here and like do a match every pay-per-view or anything like that, but I think Ronda definitely is going to have more matches down the line, probably start her off slow, have like Dana Brooke. Well, I don't know about Dana Brooke because she's kind of with the Titus Worldwide right now. But probably Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville. I think she can get built up, and that could be a pretty big match.
I think I would like that match.
Just have
MMA backgrounds.
The two MMA people. So maybe start off with Mandy and then bring it up to Sonya and stuff like that. So eventually. But we have our first debut / return of the night. We have Nia Jax saying that her tag team partner is her tag team partner is going to be Ember Moon. So what did you think of Ember Moon's debut and beating Mickie James and Alexa Bliss?
I think she needed to slow it down for a second just because I think she was rushing it all. But overall, in NXT, I didn't really watch too many of her matches in NXT. So when she debuted and I watched that match, I thought she was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed her a lot.
By the way, Joshua, Shannon Moore is spelled with 2 O's, not just 1 O. I'm just saying. Anyways.
I like how you have to get so close and you're just like, oh, God. And it's like kind of obvious. Like,
I don't care.
Professionals actually just, they can talk and read and they go like, shout out to, John Boy 555.
Can you even read that from back there? Blind?
I have no glasses.
Yeah, you old man. So Ember Moon, I thought she was fine. It was a quick match. Alexa Bliss getting pinned, losing very quickly. Does this mean Alexa Bliss is on to bluer pastures? We might say.
Bluer?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think Alexa Bliss is probably going to turn babyface eventually.
I think she goes to SmackDown and then I hope she doesn't take the title from Carmella, because I still think, somebody else should take it. But
we will get into that later.
Yes, that's what we'll get into it.
So another debut, No Way Jose makes his debut, having a conga line. Basically, is like Adam Rose now.
Yeah,
is stupid, but I'm not having high hopes for him. But I think eventually, if they really want to do something with him, he could turn heel and like just be like, this thing is stupid, and he gets serious. I'm not saying he's going to challenge Roman for the title or anything like that, but I think he can turn heel and be like a mid card heel.
I see him lasting as long, or maybe just a little longer than Adam Rose, and doing absolutely nothing besides entertain. Finally get fed up, and you start going heel, and then it's like, I got nothing for you. See ya.
The Hart Foundation is spelled Hart, not Heart, Josh.
You're such a dick.
Spelling is crucial to... I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. So
I can't spell for shit, so.
No way Jose. I mean, being the entertainer it's a good gig. He had a squash match. He didn't take one bump, beats the guy up, and bang, there you go. I mean, just going out there getting paid to dance, not taking that many bumps. I mean, that's a good gig. It's not gonna get you millions of dollars, but it's a lot better than toiling. It's like no hate to Goldust, but it's probably a better spot than being Goldust. Just having an occasional house show match.
What's wrong with that?
No Way Jose is gonna get TV time. Goldust probably
Goldust. Sorry, I'm thinking Goldberg. Never mind. Sorry, wrong gold person.
Anyways.
Gold member? What?
And I should probably just shut off the chat, but whatever.
It's fine. Let him troll. He's not doing a good job at it.
So the tag title tournament is underway. A little mini tag title tournament.
Well, should we talk?
Braun Strowman and his partner Nicholas had to relinquish the tag team championships because Nicholas had a scheduling conflict because he has school. So does this mean summertime Nicholas comes back to get his title back?
I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. And then maybe lose or something. I don't know. Let him get a spear or something. Rip it in half.
So first off, we have the Revival beating the Good Brothers, and then we have Hardy and Bray Wyatt beating Titus Worldwide. I think so.
Yeah, that's
right. But
right.
anyway, so that sets up a match next week, and the winners of that goes on to faces the Bar in Saudi Arabia.
I want to bring this up, though. So Bray and Matt's finish was Sister Abigail into the Twist of Fate. But how do you, to me, doing much? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, what'd you do?
I'm trying to block the chat, but I don't really feel like doing it. Because apparently Josh, for someone who doesn't like what we're doing, he sure is the only person watching. Who really cares at this point? We're giving too much fucking airtime. So your boy Jeff Hardy returned.
My boy Jeff Hardy returned.
God damn
it. Josh, you're pissing him off. Stop.
Sorry, I was gonna yell.
If you mute, you still can hear it on mine.
Right. Let's just keep going.
Yes, my boy Jeff returned, and I'm excited, but I kind of don't see where he fits in with it, unless he's gonna go for the Intercontinental title. I don't see where he fits in. I really don't see anything.
I think it was just get him on the show and have a nice little moment.
I got a feeling he's gonna be dyeing his hair blue pretty soon. You like that? No?
He's going over to SmackDown? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can see that get him and Matt on two separate shows so you don't have to have that, obvious connection there. And they did have a nice little backstage segment I liked before the match started where they had, they kind of addressed it like, how's it going, Brother Nero and stuff like that. And it was funny.
Yeah, I think Brace is like, are you better or something like that? Or kind of, he said something where I kind of was like, oh, I get it because the whole DUI thing, but. No?
I don't know.
You didn't hear that? Okay.
All I heard was like Brother Nero and they gave him a hug. So Mandy Rose defeats Sasha Banks, still building up the Sasha Banks-Bayley feud. And then your girl Paige officially announced her retirement, even though we've known this for like a couple months now. Dominic, take it away.
I didn't cry, but I was really emotional because it was true, because she debuted 4 years ago, night after WrestleMania. It was hard. It was hard because, I'm not saying I'm her number one fan, but I do think she was the leader. If not the leader, if of the women's revolution, but she was maybe one of the first few. But she did a lot, and Stephanie took all the credit. But no, and thankfully, SmackDown held the better news for me and her.
Yeah, when she announced her retirement, I thought it was like she wasn't going to be in WWE anymore, which I thought would be sad because I think she can be a good manager, a good commentator, a good general manager. She can be, a nice character on the show because she's a confident, strong talker.
Yeah.
And you need some of those, especially her being a woman, kind of switch this up a bit.
Well, the thing that really got me excited, and it kind of, it didn't inspire me because I'm not too easy to inspire, but that got me really hopeful was when she said, I want to say thank you to Daniel Bryan, because someone like that who went from, being said you're never going to wrestle again to now he wrestled at WrestleMania last night. Like, if you fight for your dreams, like, oh, they'll fight for you, whatever he said. But that actually made me think like, hey, maybe she will come back eventually and start wrestling again. But then I also go back to the Edge interview I heard where it was his neck. Daniels was concussions, two different things. And I think Paige is literally done. I don't think she ever will wrestle again. But if she's in WWE, I like that.
We did get to see a trailer for her movie. We're going to watch, Dominic.
We saw her way too much during WrestleMania. That awkward pause, and
they could have edited out like that for the 2 seconds. I don't know why they did that.
But
because when they first did it, I thought it was live.
Yeah.
And then when you do it like
30 times,
I'm like, okay, apparently it wasn't live. They just did that because they don't know how to edit.
Yeah. But I'll watch her movie. I think I'll watch it. I think I'll give it a chance. So.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Onwards to Bobby Lashley returns. Elias comes out, does a little song and dance. And Lashley comes out, give him a delayed suplex, comes out. Seems like he's a babyface. Doesn't really know because he can do either way. Was a really good heel in TNA, turned babyface at the tail end when he left. Lashley's really improved since his last run in WWE, so this will be fun.
Oh, God, he's 10 times better than when he was in his first run. So,
I mean, obviously when you first come out, you're always going to get the babyface pop. He didn't really do anything to establish, what he's doing. Obviously, he was smiling and happy and all that stuff. But, I mean, Lashley, maybe have him do something right now kind of to lay the groundwork, just kind of introduce him to everybody. And then maybe if Brock does resign and he
did,
is,
I thought.
Well, I mean, we don't know if did he resign just for Saudi Arabia? Did he resign for a couple more matches, a year? Maybe we get Lashley and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
I don't think I'd want to see that match.
You wouldn't want to see that match?
I don't, only because I'm thinking it's going to be too, because they both have an MMA background. They both are professional wrestlers. So I think Brock's going to be more, I'd rather fight him than wrestle him. So can WWE sanction a MMA fight at WrestleMania next year? Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar?
I mean, have to take that up with the New York State Athletic Commission.
I think
New Jersey, because it's in MetLife Stadium. So technically New Jersey State Athletic Commission.
I think they make this happen.
They're going to have a shoot fight at WrestleMania. You heard it here first.
I think they make that happen. I would love to see that.
I mean, I think when you merge shoot fighting with real fighting, I think that kind of muddies the water because then it's just like, oh, this thing is real, but then everything else is fake.
Let me have my dreams. Don't squash them.
Okay, whatever.
You bury me enough every day as it is if I don't go to the gym this week.
I know. So, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come into Kurt Angle's office, ask him for a job. Kurt Angle says no because you were attacking officials and GMs and stuff like that. So why would I take you in? But then he said, "Oh, there's one person, there's one spot left. You guys can have a match." And he said the line of the night where he heard that TNA was hiring. Ha ha ha!
Shut the fuck up.
So yes, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a match. It goes to a no contest after they get a double count, or not count out.
10 count,
double double KO, whatever you would like to say. So basically, nothing happens. Kevin Steen merch is back on ProWrestlingTees.com as well as El Generico stuff. So go get that while you can.
Is there any Rusev shirts?
Might be coming up soon.
I'll have to get myself.
But so, what do you think about this storyline? Didn't show up on SmackDown. Where do they go from here? Because it wouldn't make sense if they just show up and they get traded on the Superstar Shakeup because they're not on any brand.
They're fired, yeah.
And Kurt Angle already said he's not. There's only one spot, and then if both of them show up, and then SmackDown, why would Shane want him back? It's just I kind of think they might have booked him into a corner.
It gets me thinking, though, do you give Sammy the spot? Then you can have Kevin kind of roam around, give him some time off, and then...
Or do you put them under a mask? El Generico and El Gordo.
You can... Okay, when The Miz did whatever, Mr. Canada Boy, whatever, no one knew who he was.
Mr. America.
Oh my God.
You can do the Mr. America thing. I mean, the mask thing, the mask gimmick has been around forever in wrestling. The guy gets kicked out of the territory, comes back, everybody knows it except for the heels, but the heels can't prove it, and blah, blah, blah. But then they are heels, so then it's kind of like, the babyface has to act stupid, and yeah.
I think if you put them under a mask, you got to change up a lot of their attire. You got to change up a lot of stuff, and you got to hold them off TV for a while to show that they're gone.
Kevin Owens wrestles without a shirt on.
Who is that? The fat white guy. Who is he?
Kevin Owens puts a mask on, wrestles in spandex. Or maybe he takes the shirt off and just wrestles in his singlet, like back in the old days.
I would love to see them kind of be gone for a while, and then maybe, we have a tag team tournament or something like that, and then boom, they come back, and that'd be pretty cool. Or you give Sammy the spot, you have Kevin lay off TV for a while. Kevin is the bigger star. He does, in my opinion, deserve some time off, because I know he was having issues for a while, but you can bring him back at a championship match, or do a run in and cost someone the title. So
okay, goddamn, we've gone 50 minutes and we haven't even finished Raw yet.
Yeah, SmackDown's gonna be 10 seconds. So
well, I don't know about that. Authors of Pain debut. They kick out Paul Ellering, probably because Ellering doesn't want to travel.
Yeah.
So, thoughts on AOP debuting?
Let's go.
All right. Roman Reigns does a promo, and he basically complains about how he's not in the know. Don't know what that was supposed to mean. Does he not know that Brock was re-signed? Does he not know that the finish was changed? And then he complains about getting another title match in Saudi Arabia. So basically, Roman Reigns comes out, complains about getting another title shot, complains about not being in the know, whatever the hell that means. And he says,
Roman Reigns being an idiot.
You keep giving me opportunities, and eventually I'll win. That's a hell of a babyface promo.
And that sounds horrible, though.
So, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know if it's super obvious, but I mean, is Brock and Roman there in a cage at Saudi Arabia just so Roman can get the title and he gets cheered by 60,000 people?
I don't think they'll cheer him.
You really? You don't think the Saudis are going to, what happens if Saudi Arabia signs like a new law that you have to cheer Roman Reigns, or else not you get like your hands cut off?
Whoa, really?
Maybe.
Jesus. Really?
Maybe.
Damn.
I mean, there's no women allowed on the show, so.
Yeah, there is.
There are?
Yeah.
What's the women's title match? What's the women's match?
They're having one, I thought.
Yeah, there was one. There isn't now.
Why? They let Sasha and Alexa wrestle last year.
Well, is this year last year?
So who changed their mind?
I don't know.
Fucking government.
I know. But Samoa Joe comes out and he basically cuts a babyface promo against Roman Reigns, telling him that like Brock Lesnar's going to beat ass, and once Brock's done with you, then he's going to choke him out. And yeah, in the beginning of the show, WWE warned us that this was Bizarro World, that normally the fans cheer the people they normally boo and boo the people they normally cheer, but this rowdy after WrestleMania crowd only did the opposite for two people, Roman Reigns and the person opposite of Roman Reigns.
Yes.
That should be a sign that it's not the people, it's the person in the ring, because like, the Miz got his cheers, but then eventually he got boos.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, I mean, Nia Jax got an amazing pop from that crowd. Like, Roman Reigns should be jealous of Nia Jax about the reaction she's getting right now.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns going to fight a Backlash. Don't know if it's for the title, because obviously Roman doesn't have the title at this point. So what's your thoughts about Joe returning and setting up that feud right away?
To me, it's leaving. They're starting off where they left off, but if it's for the title, I don't see why, because I think Joe hasn't really earned that spot yet. Finn never got his rematch. There's other superstars that should be in Roman's spot, but because Roman is Roman, he, special, he's Vince's boy. He's special privileged boy. Um, but I don't. If it's for the title, I don't see him winning. If it's not for the title, yeah, maybe he does win. But I think Joe is more at the moment more of a mid carder.
Whoa, whoa! Hot takes over here.
Yeah, and you need to elevate Finn back up. Finn is you're shaking your head. No, but it's true. People want to see Finn on top.
I think Seth Rollins. People want to see Seth Rollins more on top. That's just me.
I'd rather see more Seth and Finn matches than Roman versus anyone else matches.
Just turn Roman heel and have him be the top heel of the company.
Just like we say, turn Cena heel.
Is it that hard?
But
that hard?
They're never going to turn him heel.
Is it that hard to turn Roman Reigns heel?
You still can't turn John.
So we already talked about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Rollins, and Jeff Hardy defeat the Miz Taraj to end the show. I thought kind of a ho-hum ending. Nothing real special happening, but, kind of ending the long week.
Ending on a good note.
Obviously, you had SmackDown, but obviously Raw is kind of like the exclamation point after WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's literally the day after. So.
Oh, boo. And they had some fun. After the show, they
beach balls.
Played with some beach balls. Yeah, it is what it is. Kind of
Cesaro, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so
beach balls.
Overall, this Raw after WrestleMania, how would you rank it compared to maybe the one we went to?
The one we went to was amazing. It was AJ's last match. I saw Sting. No.
Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar came out at the beginning of the show and he was in his ring gear, we thought shit was about to pop off.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Anyways, let's talk about 34, not 31.
Just like you won't let me talk about 21. No, if it wasn't for, I think the debuts and the returns, I don't think this would have been all that great. And I know that the Monday night after WrestleMania, those are the main key points of who's debuting, who's coming back, what surprises are we have in store. But I don't think if it was for those, if it wasn't for Ember Moon, Jeff, Samoa Joe, and
Lashley.
No
way, Jose.
Fuck, no one gave a fuck about him. I didn't give a fuck about him. Still, don't, never will.
There's no way you're gonna care about Jose.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, get in there.
Shut the hell up.
I'm so funny.
But if it wasn't for those 4, not 5, I don't think this would have been anything more than a typical Monday Night Raw. So.
I think since the Superstar Shakeup is next week, I think that kind of it can't go like full on to what they're doing because now Backlash, they're co-branded pay-per-view, so obviously they can do what they did last year at Payback, where you kind of have like one feud going on both shows at the same time.
Yeah,
but I think we're gonna get a clear picture of what they're doing next week on Superstar Shakeup.
Well, then we just can't wait to hear what goes on. I was gonna say something else, but I totally botched it. So let's on to SmackDown.
Josh is having way too much fun in the chat all by himself. Just keeps commenting shit. But, good for him. Good for Josh having a lot of fun in there. So we have SmackDown. Paige, your girl's the new GM of SmackDown Live.
And I'm super excited.
You super excited? That's it?
That's it.
All right.
She pounded to the crowd too much.
She pounded the crowd?
Oh, God, don't say that.
The Usos defeated the New Day for the #1 contendership for the Tag Team Championship. They will go up against the Bludgeon Brothers at Saudi Arabia. Is this a sign that the New Day is on to Raw?
I hope I don't get attacked for this. I think they need to break up pretty soon.
The New Day?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I think Big E definitely can be like a breakout star out of the 3. Just because
What about Kofi?
They've done so much with Kofi. I mean, Kofi's old. Big E, I think Big E's the best person in the New Day.
I can see Kofi maybe headlining, but never actually getting the title.
I mean, you think Big E turning on the New Day won't like give him massive heat and like catapult him to being the main eventer?
Yeah, but I don't think. Maybe.
So, Naomi defeats Natalya. They have a promo backstage, and Naomi wins just so she can show off her newly won. I'm not gonna say.
Don't say.
Oh, the Women's Invitational Battle Royal.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Keep it classy.
Yeah.
Nakamura cuts a promo with Renee Young, says that he didn't get over emotional, and then Renee tries to ask a follow-up question.
Oh.
He says, I don't speak English.
That line of the night.
It was funny. Nakamura isn't the strongest on promos because obviously English isn't his first language, so he's going to have to relate. He's going to have to be heelish more through his actions, which is what he did later on in the show, but It was entertaining. I don't know if it really got me to hate him. I was like, aha, that was funny.
But didn't you tell me in New Japan he was a heel and he was amazing?
Not really a heel. I mean,
Heelish.
he was just he was just showing fire. I mean, right now he's showing the fire like he would in New Japan. But like in New Japan, this is the problem with Nakamura. He's showing the fire that he showed in New Japan, but then that's what got him over in New Japan to make him a face. So then like, why didn't he just show that from the beginning? And it's just like, yeah, it's one big circle jerk.
Thanks, Shinsuke, for jerking us around.
Yeah. Charlotte cuts a promo after defeating Asuka. No Asuka on either Raw or SmackDown, so don't worry. Don't know where she's gonna land after the Superstar shakeup.
She lost.
I think she goes to SmackDown, but we're gonna get to that after this because Charlotte cuts a promo of the Iconics debut, not the Iconic Duo, because apparently there's some trademarking issues.
Yeah.
But they cut a promo on Charlotte. Very entertaining. This was more of a Bizarro World crowd because the crowd was behind them, even though they were tearing down Charlotte. Might be a indictment on Charlotte.
No.
But they attack her, beat her down. Carmella cashes in. Mike Chioda apparently has never seen a cash in his lifetime because she was like standing there with his dick in his hand, like just didn't know what the hell to do with the briefcase. And then eventually Carmella cashes in, and now she is the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
That super kick wasn't even all that nice, by the way. Kind of muffed it, but
muffed. Anyways, Charlotte loses. I think this is a way to get her over to Raw. Carmella's winning. I think they kind of had the Charlotte Asuka match to cement that Charlotte is probably going to go on to face Ronda Rousey Asuka. You can tell different stories now with Asuka and have her lose. You know, get cheated out of stuff. So I think Asuka is going to end up defeating Carmella for the championship at Backlash to get her back on track. Charlotte goes over to Raw. Maybe not turn her eventually, but eventually she goes up against Ronda. So I think it makes sense. Yeah.
Nothing much to say about this.
Carmella does a promo afterwards. Kind of just a cocky heel, and I think that's exactly what she should have been doing. She's kind of like she's the champion that we all know she shouldn't be the champion because she sucks.
Do you see? Okay, so then besides Asuka, who most likely is gonna be the obvious choice, besides Asuka, who is in line for that title?
You know, I think Alexa Bliss could get over to Raw, and Alexa Bliss turns face, and maybe start her off with the Iconic Duo, because have her go up against the Iconic Duo. Alexa Bliss can have her sharp wit. You know, talk back to them, have Asuka and Carmella go up against each other, and then maybe have Alexa Bliss and Asuka feud, and then have the Iconics feud with Asuka. They kind of just switch partners. So I think Alexa Bliss going over to SmackDown is a good choice, especially after she lost on Raw.
I'd like that.
So Randy Orton wins the #1 contendership match. So for some reason, we now have Orton versus Jinder Mahal. So it is just like last year all over again.
Which is stupid. You have someone who's red hot in Rusev, and you just shit the bed. WWE makes me really upset with this kind of shit.
As one of Paige's first actions as new GM, she set up a dream match of Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. They were onto a pretty good TV match, and then Nakamura comes and fucks it all up by interfering, hits low blows, Kinshasas. So this is a way to get Nakamura some heat. I thought it made sense, and it was able to, because they were going somewhere, and then Nakamura takes it from us. I think Bryan's going over to Raw, so I think this is why they're having this match, trying to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
They had it, nothing really happened. You give them over to Raw, and then eventually they can go back to this match, because when it's on SmackDown, if they were both on SmackDown, they're kind of like the same character. So
I think you have Miz coming over from Raw to SmackDown, and Daniel stays on SmackDown.
Daniel Bryan stays on SmackDown, we bring the Miz over?
Because Raw is already too top-heavy, and Daniel Bryan is the main eventer, but if you're going to bring him over to Raw to be a mid-carder with Miz, it kind of...
I'm not saying mid-carder. He's top of mid-card.
Yeah, but I'm just...
I think he's in between the IC...
upper echelon, right?
Yeah, he's like, IC's here, then Daniel Bryan and Miz, and then the world title.
But it's still, you're not... then you still have Roman and whoever, and then you still have everybody else. It's kind of like SmackDown needs it. You still need the star power. That's a good word to use, star power.
So speaking of star power, the Superstar Shakeups next week, they actually explained that trades do go down. That's how the Superstar Shakeup happens. So any big names that you see going over, switching brands?
Well, I still think Jeff is going to go to SmackDown just because you do want to separate him and from Matt. And then plus he only needs the United States title to be a Grand Slam.
Everybody's the Grand Slam champion now.
I know. But no, I see Jeff going. I do agree with you. Alexa could make that switch and make it it can do some good stuff.
So like Alexa for Charlotte. Do you think that's a fair trade? Because basically that's
Charlotte's a way better wrestler.
But that's kind of like how that's how it worked out last year. Like they didn't explicitly say it, but they kind of we kind of figured out like trades kind of happen. Like they get Kevin Owens and the other one got I don't know Dean Ambrose. I think was one of the ones that moved over.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. You still have injured stars. You have Big Cass is injured. You have Dean's that's still out. Jason Jordan.
Drew McIntyre might show up.
Yeah.
Andrade Cien Almas might show up.
So you have different people who still can show up, and it's kind of, it's hard to say.
I think Jason Jordan probably needs to go over to SmackDown just to get this whole.
And
I mean, unless they
back with.
No, I mean, unless they do want to flush out like the dad storyline with Kurt. But then, do you really want to have Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan? I mean, I think it all depends on what they want to do with this. Because I think Jason Jordan can be a good enough heel just by himself without having the dad heat from Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
So I think if he goes over to SmackDown, be a good heel. I mean, him and AJ Styles after AJ's done with Nakamura, if AJ still keeps the championship, because I think right now AJ is going to be the centerpiece of SmackDown.
Yeah.
And he needs heels to knock down. So
and you can also use Jason Jordan. My dad is the Raw general manager. I could do whatever I want. You still can have that. You still can have him have that.
Have him have that.
Yeah. That my dad's a GM. You can't touch me. Like you still can have that aspect of it.
So. Because I mean, if you think about it right now, AJ is the champion over there, and then if Roman does drop the title to Brock, then you're gonna have two top babyface champions.
If Roman drops the title to Brock,
whatever. It's been a long ass time. Brock and Roman, Brock. It's like Brock and Rock. I don't know. Anyways, if Roman is the champion and AJ's the champion on both shows, I mean they're probably gonna need heels on both sides. So,
we'll have to wait and see.
Anyways, onwards to Raw.
Okay.
Some surprising news, some breaking news that happened today. Des Bryant has been released.
We're going to be Sport Talk, not Raw.
I don't give a fuck at this point. Jesus Christ. Is it Raw? It's just Raw Sports Talk.
Raw Sports Talk. There we go.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Des Bryant gets released from the Cowboys, and then he says something about how, like,
it wasn't his decision.
That Garrett guy was the reason why I got released and stuff like that. So, shit's going down over in...
Shout out to Des. You know who would be a good fit for you? The Oakland Raiders. Ooh.
You just want the Raiders to sign everybody, don't you?
Damn right.
I mean, they got Jordy Nelson. They dropped Michael Crabtree. Might as well get Des Bryant.
Might as well pick up another great receiver, right?
Well, you did have one of Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, but
So then does that mean Jordy's in the slot? If you do get Des Bryant?
Probably.
All right.
I don't mind it.
That's it. Anything else from? Is this a bad sign for the Cowboys?
Oh,
God. I mean, it wasn't like when Cody. Oh my God, Cody! I almost said Cody Rhodes. Tony Romo was with Des Bryant. That was kind of a security blanket. He threw to him a lot with what the fuck's the guy's name now? Dak Prescott.
Oh,
Dak Prescott. He doesn't really throw it to Des Bryant as much. So. I think Des Bryant's the.
I'll take either one.
I don't think Des Bryant's the top receiver he used to be, but he's kind of the guy of like. It's kind of Randy Moss in Oakland. Like we know he can
play, but
he can play. If you need to target him a lot, you need to feed him the ball for him to be great. Yeah. He's not going to get open.
Yeah.
But
I'll still take him though.
Anyways, would you like to talk about Reuben Foster gets charged with like 3 different felonies, is facing up to 11 years in jail or prison. Domestic violence, gun charges, all this other stuff.
And the Niners haven't released him, right?
Nope.
And they won't sign Kaepernick. Anywho,
okay.
I also actually want to talk about somebody who just signed, I think today or a couple days ago, and it kind of broke my heart.
What?
Janikowski going to Seahawks.
I'm sorry to hear that, Dominic.
And it not broke my heart because he was my favorite player. So I'm like, you've been with the Raiders for what?
It's not like he went to the Broncos, like another kicker.
Market King, motherfucker. But no, I just think you could have just stayed. You could have just retired. You could have just.
Hey, money's money, bro. Gotta get that money.
God, he really
gotta get that money.
He doesn't need any. He could have retired a fucking Raider for life.
He's getting his money he's making grandchildren money now.
Stupid ass. He should have just stayed out. He could have just done meet and greets, signed autographs for the Raiders.
Meet and greets.
or the
I mean,
Raiders.
Romanowski has like played for the Raiders, the Niners, and the Broncos, and Raider fans still love him.
Yeah.
For life. Too sweet. Anyway, let's talk about some lighter news. Mark Sanchez gets suspended for 4 games due to PEDs.
Dumbass.
Because we look at Mark Sanchez. This is exactly what we thought.
Yeah,
PEDs. Maybe there was something laced in those hot dogs he'd be eating on the sidelines.
I like how he said that it was his
Was it Mexican meat? Don't eat the Mexican meat. We've already learned that. Canelo.
It was his supplement was contaminated or whatever, something like that. You know, he's like, I would never purposely do that. It's like,
that's what people say when they do it.
Yeah. You're an idiot. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even know he was still playing. Honestly, I knew he was a backup, but I didn't know he resigned or anything like that. So.
So onwards to some playoff talk. We'd like to talk about the NHL playoffs. Sharks actually won a game yesterday. Golden Knights won, and that's about it. So anything you like to say about the NHL playoffs, Dominic?
Let's go Sharks.
That's about what I thought you were going to say. Okay, so let's talk some NBA playoffs. Let's start off with the East. We got the Raptors going up against the Wizards. I think the Raptors take it. How many games? 5? Did the Wizards win a couple games?
No, what else? Yeah, maybe 5. Go 5.
You go 5.
Yeah.
Celtics and Bucks. I think the Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Bucks taking it. I'm going with the Bucks. Going with the upset. 7 over the 2. I'm gonna go in 6. Bucks in 6. Mark it down on your calendars.
I'm gonna go Celtics in.
No Hayward. No Kyrie. It's Antetokounmpo.
I'm gonna go Celtics in 6.
You're gonna go Celtics in 6. The Bucks, if it goes to Game 6, that is Milwaukee. So
going Bucks in 6. I mean Celtics in 6.
I'm going Bucks in 6. So we got.
Fuck you.
So we have a intriguing matchup just because the 76ers first time being in the playoffs for a long time going up against the Heat. 76ers might be the favorite coming out of the East at this point right now. They are on fire. Joel Embiid not playing for Game 1, but he will be playing with a mask. We're gonna get masked Embiid. This will be fun.
Guess what? Your Heat are going down.
Unfortunately, I do agree with that. My Heat, Dwayne Wade, my favorite player. I think 76ers, I think I said it last week or the week before, I can see the Sixers being maybe coming out of the East. If they get their shit together, if they get on a hot run, I think they can. Because, I mean, if things fall into place, the Heat or the Sixers can go up against the Cavs in the Eastern Championship. So that'd be fun to see.
I think they can pull it off. So,
but yeah. So speaking of the Cavs, we got the Cavs, the 4 seed, going up against the Pacers. I mean, Pacers just put a whooping on the Warriors a couple days ago.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's LeBron in the playoffs. It's kind of like the Warriors. I'm gonna have to see it to believe it, so I'm still going with the Cavs.
Just to be different, I'm going Pacers.
You're gonna go okay. So you have LeBron exiting the first round. Pacers.
I would love to see that, not just because I don't like LeBron, but I think it would show that his era is over. Losing to the finals, now you're out round 1. It kind of shows you that.
So is it kind of going to be like when he lost to the Celtics and then like he throws like a hissy fit and like we all know like, oh, he's leaving.
Yeah.
So you think?
I think he signs to the Lakers.
Okay, you're gonna go with the Lakers. If I was LeBron, I'd go to the Sixers, but that's just me. I don't know what that was.
You're hungry. Let's eat.
No, that was for my throat.
Your throat's hungry. Let's eat.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay, anyways, coming out of the West, we have the number 1 seed Houston Rockets going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who just squeaked in by beating the Denver Nuggets. Great game, overtime. Yeah. I still think the Rockets are going to win. Good for the T-Wolves for getting in. They're a dangerous team. They have the players to maybe do something against the Rockets.
You got to be healthy all year.
But I think the Rockets are going to pull it off.
The Rockets are going to pull it off.
So next up, we have the Warriors and the Spurs. The Western Conference Championship last year now was a 2-7 matchup this year. No Kawhi for the Spurs. Warriors are struggling at this point. Do they get the shit together?
They better.
Well, obviously they better.
But you're gonna have Durant, Draymond, Clay. You're missing Steph, but Quinn Cook has been proving each game he's a force to be reckoned with. So, and then you still have David West.
They just lost 30. They just lost by 30 to the Jazz.
How about you shut the fuck up? That was regular season. It's playoffs.
Sorry,
but yes, No, I think the Warriors squeak it out, and that gives more time for Curry to rest up. And when Curry comes back, I think they ease him hopefully it's not like I think it was last year or the year they lost, where he just comes back from his injury and then Livingston gets ejected and he has to play the full game. Let's hope it's not that, but I still think Dubs pulled out, and Quinn Cook shows that he can handle his job, and that's a good reason why they signed him for a multi-year deal.
Okay, so we're both going with the Warriors.
Yep.
How many? I say
5. No, I'm going 6 because San Antonio, even without Kawhi, they still can, so Aldridge and.
So you're saying 5, but you're saying it's more the Spurs, being gutsy than the Warriors choking in.
No, if you heard me, I said 5. No, 6. I'm going 6.
Okay, so
Spurs,
is it gonna be a scary 6 where like the Warriors like maybe lose the first one and then like they got to get the shit together, or like is it like they win the first 2, they drop 1 and win, and then drop 1 and then win? You think
in Oakland and I have to pick up Mary, so I'm trying to get shot.
I think probably the most intriguing playoff series right now in the first round, Trailblazers going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailblazers are pretty good. They got Damian Lillard, who's on fire, and then you got the unibrow. Pelicans, Blazers. I think the Blazers pull it off.
I think if the Pelicans had Boogie still, I would put money on Pelicans. But with Boogie being gone, I have to go Lillard and the Trailblazers.
So then we got the Thunder going up against the Utah Jazz. Westbrook adding a triple-double once again for 2 years in a row.
I hope to God, if there's a God in any world, universe, whatever, I hope to God the Jazz upset the Thunder and they get eliminated first round.
Not a big Thunder fan.
It's not that I'm a big Thunder fan. It's like I don't want to deal with all that crap.
I'll pick the Thunder because I like the Thunder. I like Russell Westbrook.
You son of a bitch. You like Hoodie Miller too, huh? Fuck that guy.
What about Paul George? Paul George is a nice
I
guy.
like Paul George.
Paul George is a nice guy. He got nice shoes too.
I like Paul George.
So that concludes our NBA playoff coverage.
Finally.
So an hour and 16 minutes, actually shorter than last week's episode when we previewed WrestleMania. So this might seem long, but it wasn't as long as last week.
That's what she said.
So apparently these YouTube live streams make us go longer. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching, listening.
That's what Tristan Thompson said.
Fuck Tristan Thompson. He a bitch. We love you, Chloe. Stay strong, Chloe, and your baby girl.
What's the baby's name?
I don't know.
Baby girl.
Baby KK. I don't know.
BK.
But thank you guys for watching, listening, however you consume this media. We appreciate it. If you're listening to us on the podcast, if you lasted this long and you like to watch us, make sure I didn't mute my microphone like last time.
No, you just turned it down.
I know. But go over to my YouTube channel, Brandon Tanguma. That is BrandonTanguma.
Rap it next time.
I can spell my own name. I'm a good
Spell your middle name.
JOSH. No. Exactly. JOSETH.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's Joseph.
Joseph.
It's Joseph, not Jesus.
Joseph.
It's a different.
You are Joseph.
But so if you want to watch the live streams, we don't really have a set schedule at this point. Sometimes we do it Friday, sometimes we do it Saturdays, but eventually it gets up on the weekend. So that's it. So until next time, goodbye and good morning. Okay? Bye.
Thanks, Philip.
Yeah. Fucking over everything. If I can end this goddamn live cast. Shit.
You guys are going to love this.
Do I want to
end the live? Yes, you want to end it.